last week I told you about a little situation that's going on at my house.
Right.
My wife slipped and fell and hurt her foot.
Oh, Emily.
And I may have not been the most sympathetic guy
What?
when I was telling the story.
Understatement.
Well, I, again, may or may not have gotten into a little bit of trouble for that.
Oh, no.
Oh, Eddie.
But I do have an update
Oh.
on the injury.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 Podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Well, the tragic incident happened on Wednesday night last week. I remember because I was at softball.
Oh, that's right.
And as I was driving home, I called my wife. My daughter answered, and I thought that was really weird. And she said, "Oh, Mom hurt herself. She slipped and fell."
Oh,
Can't answer the phone.
no. Okay.
Her mouth works. I don't know.
Well, maybe she's still laying on the floor. Maybe it just happened.
No. She wasn't.
Oh.
Sky.
Oh,
No.
okay.
And so I was talking to my daughter about what happened. We have one step down into our bedroom, and socks, slippage, whole thing.
Isn't that the
no.
worst? Like, it's one thing if you slip on this, like, steep, long staircase, but just one fucking little step, I would.
Well, that's why I'm saying, how hurt can you get?
Well, Eddie.
Eddie. I get it. If you twist an ankle or a knee or whatever, but that's not what happened. So I don't know what the deal was.
Okay.
But my wife is a little dramatic.
What?
No.
Other things.
No.
Other things. I'm not saying this particular injury.
All right.
She was being over dramatic about it. I'm not saying.
Oh, okay. You're not.
No.
Okay.
But I found it odd. The whole scene was odd. And then she texted me and asked me if I had an ankle brace lying around.
But I thought it was a foot.
Why would I have it? First of all, why would I have an ankle brace lying around?
Yeah.
Have you had a lot of ankle injuries?
You didn't pop a calf.
Yeah, but that was, again, how long ago was that?
Yeah.
That was at least like 6 years ago, 7
7.
years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was 7 years ago.
And
That's
that
crazy.
had nothing to do with my ankle.
Ankle.
So weird,
Yeah.
weird question. But so it turns out she didn't roll her ankle.
No.
She didn't hurt her knee.
Okay.
She says it hurts on her actual, like the arch of her foot.
Okay.
I said, okay, well, maybe you sprained something.
Yeah.
No big
Or
deal.
bruised it
But
pretty
again,
bad?
Yeah.
she was walking as if her leg got amputated. And so I'm like, okay.
Like Herschel in Walking Dead.
Very much like dragging that foot.
Oh, wow. Just
Like,
drag
ooh,
it.
boy, it wasn't good.
Oh, no.
So okay, whatever. The ankle brace question I thought was very strange, whatever. So I told the whole story on the air, and I went home that day to a very cold household.
Ooh.
And it was, it was still warm out, but I mean, it was freezing in my house because somebody was not. I could tell they weren't too happy with my story.
Oh, no. They
And the
didn't
way it was
like
presented.
They didn't like your telling.
She wouldn't say
No.
what was wrong because
you
I
have
even
to.
asked her. I go, "What's going? Is everything okay? You seem like you're mad." No, I'm fine.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm not gonna play this game.
Yeah.
We've been married for 17 years.
Yeah.
I know you're mad at me, but we tell stories on this show.
Yeah.
Okay. We talk about our lives, and I'm sorry was not presented to your favor, but this is what happens.
Yeah.
And so I apologize. Honestly, Deborah, you get it the least out of all four of our
Spouses.
spouses.
Honestly,
I
it's
mean,
true.
it is what it is.
You
so
could
let's-
be the boo. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and nobody wants that.
No.
Deborah starts wearing cargo shorts,
I mean,
digging holes everywhere for no reason.
he's got drop foot, so maybe he's
that is
trying to
true.
Oh, keep up with the boo.
keep up with
Yeah.
the boo. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I haven't been mentioned enough. I'm gonna
Yeah.
injure myself.
I'm gonna get in
intentionally.
there.
Have drop foot. So that wasn't great.
No.
So I kept trying to get in there and warm her over a little bit, but
Yeah.
it wasn't happening.
She wasn't having it.
It is what it is.
Oh, no.
I
Yeah.
accept it.
Yeah.
By the end of the evening, I turned it around and got her back.
I think we've all been there,
Yeah,
where we say
yeah.
something
yeah.
on the air and you go home and you just go, ooh, hopefully they didn't
Do they let
hear.
you know?
In my household,
Well, you guys don't ever.
No.
You don't
it's,
talk.
It's just like you said. It's the cold vibe. Neither of us are gonna bring it up, and then it may or may not come up like 5 days later.
Oh.
So that's how it works in my house. But you definitely walk in, and you described it perfectly. You feel the ice in the air because you said
I
something they
get
didn't
it.
like.
I get it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Robert will act cold to me and he'll say something. But
he'll
and
let
my
you know.
response is then don't fucking listen. So that's how that
That
rolls.
doesn't really cure the problem.
No, I don't
though,
care.
you know?
Like, don't listen. I'm sorry.
The surprising
Hey,
thing
do you
about
get to do fun shit because of my job? Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my
the
God.
surprising thing about that too is that Robert loves the attention.
Yeah, he does.
It's
He
why
like
it's so
loves
confusing.
he loves coming to an event and putting his
Yeah.
arms in the air,
Yeah.
people cheering for him.
It's all situational.
Yeah.
So
Like
true.
I
Yep.
think Robert doesn't care about probably 90% of the stuff
Yep.
that Emily says, but if you get at one thing that will give tinge it off or whatever,
hit 'em wrong.
it'll affect.
And I don't remember what that situation was, but I know it happened recently that
Yeah.
he like something was said and it.
Because somebody said something to him.
Yes, that's what it was.
About your bike, your
Yeah.
kid's bike.
Oh, about
Yeah.
the razor
About
and how
fixing
I
it
said
or
that they like
something.
didn't. That's right.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all
What-
I said was that they were, fucking around with it in the garage and like probably messed something up.
And that bothered him.
Like honestly, out of all the shit we've said, that's like the one
know.
thing. He's
I
like
know.
he was pissed at me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
It can
genuinely
happen.
pissed.
It
Yeah.
can happen.
Yeah, yeah.
So this whole ankle injury was my
Yeah.
bike situation.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but whatever. She was
Okay.
over it by the end of the evening. Whatever.
good.
And I've been dealing with this injury. I've been dealing with the injury for now. How long has it been? What, 4 days, 5 days now?
You have.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, what? You said Wednesday, so
It was
tomorrow,
on Wednesday that it happened.
tomorrow will be
Okay.
a week
Then yes, tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, now it's 6 days
from the
We're on
injury
day
day.
6
Yeah,
of the tragic incident.
the day we'll never forget.
No.
Yeah.
And so she's been limping around. Again, maybe a little extreme limp.
Like still limping around?
It obviously progressively has been getting better.
A little better.
And
Okay,
so, it is what it is.
good. Is she telling you about it? Are you hearing?
Every once in a while, as a concerned husband,
Oh.
I will ask, how's it feeling? Is it feeling any better today? Whatever.
look at
We
you.
were in the jacuzzi the other day, and I actually picked up her foot, and I was pressing, and I said, well, tell me where it hurts.
Oh, you're trying to diagnose.
Oh, wow.
Dr.
Show me
Eddie.
here.
I feel like Sky does this daily with her daughter and her husband.
Yeah. Now, I'm not trying to diagnose anything. I was just trying to get clarification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor or a psychopath out there that's trying to diagnose something.
Do you have Google? I mean,
no,
that makes you a doctor.
How would how could
immediately.
I don't have an X-ray machine on Google.
Immediately.
Like I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
No.
it'll let you know.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Just type it in.
So I feel like I've shown a little bit of concern and showed
Okay.
until last night when I noticed something. And maybe this has still been going on, but I just didn't notice or care. But last night we go back to the bedroom, as we always do every night, to watch our TV shows and things like that. But I was watching Monday Night Football. So when I watch Monday Night Football or a Padres game or something like that, she will entertain herself on the iPad or doing something
There you
like
go.
that.
Okay.
And so she brings her iPad out, and we're both laying down, and I'm watching Monday Night Football.
Foot elevated or what?
So I glanced down because we're laying on the bed,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I noticed something.
What?
And I that day was the first day I really didn't notice any significant limp.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, okay, maybe we're
We're
good.
healed.
We're
Yes,
good.
yes.
Oh, here we
I mean,
go.
it's been a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay, Eddie.
Maybe a little bruise
All right.
on your foot. I
Again,
don't know.
you're not a
Okay.
doctor.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
right.
yes,
you're
yes,
right.
yes.
So
Imagine Sky saying that to you.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
How did lightning
I
not
know.
just strike
I
me
know.
right there?
Seriously. I glanced down
Yeah.
at the foot. And what I noticed doesn't make any sense to me.
What?
Because when we were talking about it on the air, I feel like I got in trouble because I made fun of her not only for being dramatic, but about this whole ankle brace thing.
Yeah.
You have an ankle. Why do you need an ankle brace? Later that day, she went to CVS and bought an ankle brace,
Even though it's a foot.
even though it's not her ankle.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
Does it keep it tight? I
Maybe
don't-
it does. Compression? I don't know.
Sure.
If anything, she got a walking boot.
But if it's like bruised or whatever, I wouldn't want it.
That's true.
No,
You don't
no,
know.
like you'd get crutches in my mind because you
Does-
wouldn't want to put
I
any
don't
pressure on
really.
it.
I don't understand the ankle brace at fucking all.
a knee scooter.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not broken though. I mean,
Oh,
if it's
okay.
broken, she ain't walking on it
all
at
right,
all.
all
Okay. So it didn't make any sense to me, but I mean, if that's what she wanted to do, wear the ankle brace. That's fine. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not making fun of it, even though I really want to.
Okay.
Wasn't happening. So we're now 6 days in. I glanced down. Ankle brace still on.
Ankle brace.
And I
Is
go,
she showering with that thing on?
No, I don't think so.
Ew.
I don't think so. But I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Because you're not limping anymore.
Uh-huh.
I didn't shame you out of wearing that ankle brace when we talked about it on there. We all were kind of talking about it.
Yeah,
It didn't
yeah,
make
yeah.
any sense to
No.
us.
Yeah.
Why would you wear an ankle brace if you hurt your foot? Doesn't make sense. She's been wearing it ever since. Still wearing the ankle brace. Day 6.
And wearing it in bed.
Yes.
When you guys are in bed for the night, right? Like
Not
well,
totally like she doesn't have her pajamas on yet or anything
Okay.
like that. But I mean, we're relaxing. It's
Yeah.
7:00 at night.
Yeah.
We're chilling. Whatever.
It's not like she's going to go out to the store later
like
or
maybe-
run
No,
errands
there's
or
no
nothing
putting
like
on
that.
shoes at that point.
Yeah,
no,
shoes
no,
are
no.
done.
Yeah.
Maybe she's wearing it for tread.
That damn step.
I
scary.
did at one point make a joke that I need to get you those hospital socks.
Oh,
with the,
Eddie.
She didn't like
with the
that.
rubber bottom.
She didn't like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
With the
yeah.
tread on the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you got to make sure you don't fall.
Yeah, I can't have this happening.
I don't think she
I
likes
don't
this
need her
jokes.
breaking a hip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And so I looked down at the ankle brace, and now I want to say something.
No, nope.
Still wearing the ankle
nope,
brace, huh?
nope,
I
nope.
want to say it.
yeah.
I want to say it.
No, you don't.
But because I got in trouble last time,
There you
I
go.
go, I'm just going to let this go.
There you go.
But why? Why are you still wearing an ankle brace?
I don't know. I think you need to ask her. I think just fucking just
Okay.
ask her.
I think if
Ask
she's
her.
wearing it today, you go, hey, did you see a doctor since you're still wearing the brace?
But the limp is gone.
That's a good way to
If
ask.
the limp is gone,
Yeah.
if she was still dramatically limping, I'd go, you're going to the doctor.
Maybe it's like a guy who tore his ACL, so he has a knee brace on as more stability.
So you're saying like she's Stone Cold Steve Austin? 'Cause that's-
That's
That's
weird.
exactly what I'm saying.
That's really weird. Maybe you should do like what they did in Arrested Development. Remember, like the dad Bluth? He would do these crazy over-the-top stunts, like pretend like somebody's arm got ripped off by a shark. So maybe you just scream fire in the house
Did
See if she
run?
and
runs.
see if she runs. You know what I mean?
I
Or
think
something
that
like
would
that.
get me even more trouble.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
You
know
think
that
that's
a really good
yeah.
That's maybe the worst idea I've
Yeah.
ever heard.
All right, my bad.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
It's tough.
I don't know if we just got to chop that thing off at this point
Might
or
as well.
what, but this whole ankle situation is just ridiculous.
Oh my god.